Are you hiding behind or being hidden behind the cloak of corporate invisibility? Then let's have a talk about non-promotable tasks because they're having an impact on you and your career. Harvard Business Review defines non-promotable tasks as tasks that benefit the organization, yes, but likely don't contribute to your performance or your career advancement. So non-promotable tasks are the tasks that keep you busy. They keep your head in the weeds and they hold you back from being more visible and promotable within the organization. They're time consuming. They don't significantly contribute to the business and they do not drive revenue. I'm talking about workplace housework, people. Scheduling, organizing activities, taking notes, filling in for a colleague, arranging lunches, that type of thing, right? So why does it even matter if women are doing these tasks more often than men in the workplace? Because when you are working on these tasks, you have way less time for tasks and projects that will be actually measured in your performance review, working towards your KPIs, activities that will raise your profile for the way that you want it to and need it to for pay rises, promotions, visibility, and your leadership brand, and projects that will help you build your strategic relationships within the organization. In other words, you'll be less likely to fulfill your potential as a valuable member of your team, as a leader or an executive. Just let that sink in for a moment. A study by American Economic Review of 3,200 people found that when non-promotable tasks were presented in a meeting, women volunteer twice as much as men do. Women are 44% more likely to be asked, and when women are asked, they say yes 77% of the time. Now, this creates a cycle because when women say yes more often, they're expected to say yes more often, and then they're asked more often. And this is how it plays out in the workplace. In a meeting, a manager asks, who can work on this? And when nobody puts their hand up and there's that uncomfortable silence, get it? Is that making you uncomfortable? Do you want to jump in and save us from the silence? You do, don't you? And because there's the uncomfortable silence, women are more likely to put their hands up, which teaches people in the workplace to expect women to put their hands up more often. And they'll also ask them to do so more often as well. And the cycle continues. Okay, so how can you have an impact on this as a manager? Ensure that tasks are handed out equally through rotation systems or assigning tasks rather than asking for volunteers, and proactively ask men to volunteer more often. Be aware of this happening in your team and who's actually doing what. Have a conversation with your team whenever you notice inequality with non-promotable tasks. How can you have an impact on this as a woman that's used to putting up your hand? Get clear on what the non-promotable tasks are in your workplace and which ones that you've been putting your hand up for without being deliberate about it. Get comfortable with your incredibly important superpowers of saying no and sitting in silence. And have the conversation when you notice inequality of non-promotable tasks coming up in the workplace. Now, this is not about never putting your hand up again. It's about you being deliberate and strategic before you do, and not falling into those old habits and other people's unconscious expectations and biases. I'm going to leave you with 3 coaching questions today to ask yourself before you say yes to any more non-promotable tasks. What are your short-term and long-term costs and benefits to saying yes or no? Could this situation make you more visible to senior decision makers and that could support your brand? Will this put you in the room with and give you access to those where the big decisions are made? If you like the vibe I brought to this conversation, you're going to love my next video. The fact that women do more promotable tasks than men in the workplace is actually fueled by bias, our own and those around us. So you're going to love my next video where I take you through identifying unconscious bias in the workplace.